Right, today I am going to show you how to turn this £1.50 charity vase into something a bit more modern, contemporary, farmhouse style by creating a faux stone stroke cement type finish. And we can do that with very few products. So basically all you need is some paint. My choice of colour is Poshnelli from the FRENCHIC Original Artisan range. You can use any paint whatsoever, to be fair, but this is my choice for today. And I am going to then mix that in with Saltwash. This is a product I've just started stocking. It's a paint additive that thickens up the paint and it allows you to create so many different looks. And the stone look is one of them. So I've also got some Original Artisan Virgin, which is the white from that range, that I may add to the finish once it's all dry. So a mixing cup is all you need. You put the paint in, as I say, it can be any type of paint, acrylic, emulsion, anything. And you just mix enough for your project. So this vase isn't very big, so I'm not going to need very much. If you mix too much, you can store it for probably a couple of weeks, keep it in an airtight container. But if when you open it, it is really thickened up or dried, then you just mix a bit more paint in and even a little bit of water if you wanted to. So I'm just pouring enough into this pot. The usual mix is about 50-50. You're looking for something along sort of a cake batter consistency, but it's best to do it a little bit at a time. So the pot and the tin of Saltwash will give you guidance, but to be honest with you, I never use anything scientific like that. I just work it out for myself and go for it. So just mix a little bit in at a time. If it's not thick enough, add a bit more. So yeah, it's getting there, but I really do want it to get a little bit thicker. That's it. So this should be enough to get that sort of cement stony sort of look that I'm going for. I just need to make sure it's completely mixed in. You can see how that's just about falling off the paddle. So perfect. So you can apply this with a paintbrush, with a palette knife. Really, the choice is yours. It's one of those products that you really just need to have a play with and see which looks you like and what you prefer. I'm using a blending brush just because it's a little bit bigger and it will cover a bigger area at a time. Just really cheap chip brushes are perfect for this too. So I'm going to stipple this on as a base coat just to show you that look and how you can create that very stippled, peaky look. The thicker that your paint is and the more pressure that you apply, you will get higher peaks. If you decide that it's too sort of peaky, too textured, as it dries, you can just flatten that down by just running your brush back over it and smoothing it down slightly. But this is really good as a base coat. So if you wanted to do a Saltwash base coat like this and then put a different colour over the top, you would do that second colour without the Saltwash in, let that dry, and then you can sand it back and bring that base colour through, and that's where you get that really sort of variegated look, and it makes it look almost beachy and authentically old. So it's really worth experimenting with. Must say, painting on this vase isn't the easiest thing to do because it is wobbling all over the place. But yeah, you can see already how it's completely changing up the look of this sort of very brown, boring vase, which I will repeat, cost me £1.50 from a charity shop. So, this is the way to create a really cheap sort of DIY home decor, which will look you know, like it's from John Lewis, hopefully by the end of it. So just work your way down the whole pot and ensure that the whole area is covered. As I say, you can put a second coat on over the top, and you might decide to do that again with this stippling motion, or even just a flat painted finish. Or I think, as I'm going to do, is to use the palette knife, which I'll show you once this first coat is completely finished. I'm speeding through this just to show you how it will look. Right, so here we go with the palette knife. So the first coat is dry, and you can see I've still got plenty left of this mixture. I haven't mixed up any more, and I'm now applying it like I would sort of icing. And I'm not even joking, because I'm not a baker, so this is literally how I would trowel it on. But you can create any sort of textured look with this. So I'm not going to smooth this out. I'm going to leave this sort of the peaks and troughs of where it's going on with the trowel. And then I'm now here just showing you how I've given it a quick coat over just to fill in any gaps. And then I am going to whitewash it really quickly. And here I'm just speckling on some splatters of black paint, again, just to give it a little bit of something different. It's totally up to you how you want it to look. But this is the finished pot. And I think you agree, it looks a little bit more expensive than the £1.50 that I paid for it. And the products go a really long way. So give it a go. You can do it.